Hi there, this is a quick video to show how to do efficiencies, breakdowns and interruptions in SIMUL8. On my screen there you will see a simple model for the gear model, and we're going to start with a simple efficiency parameter. I'm going to open up grind 1, and then in grind 1 you select the efficiency tab. In the efficiency tab you'll see that I have entered the value of 80. The default there would be 100, but for my purposes I've decided to make that 80. So that's a really simple way of inserting an efficiency value to an activity, and that's all there is to that. Alright, let's look at something a bit more complicated. I'm going to open up grind 2, and I'm going to open up the efficiency tab once more. This time I'm going to select the detailed efficiency tab, or the detailed efficiency radio button. That opens up a number of extra options, and the one I want you to have a look at is to select them all. Now when we open up more, we can see that there are some break types, and this is going to be important for the next two types of breaks we need to enter. The first one we will call a breakdown. We call that breakdown and click in the blue box. Now we have a break type called breakdown, and for this we're going to use the time between breakdowns, and here we can enter a distribution. You can use any of the preset distribution options like exponential, and I've got an average of 200 in there. You also have the option of choosing mean time between failures or mean cycles between failures. We'll just stick to mean time between failures. Click OK. The mean time to repair, or the time to repair, works in exactly the same way. I have previously created a distribution which I call distribution demo. I'm going to use that just as an example for the length of the break time. To see the detail of that, you can click on that, but that's not really important at this point. Okay, select OK, and that is our breakdown. Okay, for breakdowns you have the option of choosing to stop work immediately, which makes sense for a breakdown. The machine is broken down, we cannot do any further work on it. We also have the option of closing feeding queues and not selecting stopping work immediately. If we close feeding queues, it simply means that no other work is going to be added to that queue. If we untick the stop work immediately option, it gives us a second option to extend the breakdown time to empty the queue. We can choose that or not. Right, I'll just work with the stop work immediately. This option, the extend breakdown by the time to empty the queue, might make sense in certain situations where we want to just finish with all the work that is available at that machine. It also makes sense to close the feeding queues at that point. Alright, you can choose those as the situation requires. Alright, and that deals with a unscheduled breakdown. We also have the option of having scheduled breakdowns or scheduled break times. For this purpose, we're going to add a new break type, and we'll call that lunch break. Alright, so for lunch break, we're going to choose the time between breakdowns as the time from one lunch break to the next, which is usually a fixed amount of time. So let's say the guys have lunch at 1 o'clock every day and they start work at 8. So 8 till 1 is 5 hours. 5 hours times 60 minutes would give me a fixed amount of time of 300 minutes. Select OK. Time to repair in this case is the duration of the lunch break, which might be 30 minutes. And I select that. Under the length of the break time, in which I could assign that break time to a certain resource. Now we haven't covered resources yet, so keep this in mind for when we do. Right. And that is how we can deal with break times, scheduled breaks, and efficiency situations, efficiency values on our activities. Alright, and once we've done that, it should all be in order. Let's have a look if it's still in place. My 2 breaks are still there. That's good. And at this point, I can go and run my model. However, I might want to change the icons. I can change the icons, the animation pictures over there to indicate whether a machine has stopped, whether it's idle, or whether it's actually working. So let's change this one, the stopped, to picture like that, and a working to a picture like that. And we'll do the same for grind 1, stopped and working. Alright, let's run that. Alright, we're running the model, and we can actually see the grind 1 showing a working, grind 2 showing as working, grind 2 showing as not working, and grind 1 showing as broken down. So my changes are taking effect, and that is good. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed that.